Good morning and welcome to Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey for the start of Pope John Junior Lion football 11 and under. Mike Formisano along with you calling today's action. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful October Sunday morning. The weather is behaving perfectly. Looks like all the rain has gone away, not a cloud in the sky. I was ready to build an ark just recently with all the precipitation that we've been receiving in the northern New Jersey area. But it is clear skies sailing today. Temperatures in the mid-60s. Beautiful, perfect football weather. And the Pope John Junior Lions, they are 3-2, and they are taking on the Jackie Robinson Bears. So let's go ahead and go over the rosters for Pope John as they look to improve on their 3-2 record with this sixth game of the year. We start with number 1, Dominic Diarco. Number 3 is Lachlan Sertival. Number 4, Connor Hart. Number 5, Betty Platt. Number 8, Charlie Formisano. Number 9, Braden Coulson. 10 is Jared Hawthorne. 13, Evan Nisbeth. 15, Roger Milner. 23, Sean Klebitz. Number 25 is Declan Griffith. Number 26, Braden Convey. 30 is Ryan Hart. Number 33, Ryan Lambreglia. 36, Wyatt Miller. 40 is Jacob Jessamaria. 43, Tyler Killen. 45, Jude Cofrancesco. 56 is Robert Zawicki. And number 61 is Anthony Grego. The head coach of the Pope John Junior Lions 11 and under squad is Jared Cofrancesco, assisted by coaches Dan Platt, Dan Lambreglia, Nick Coulson, Jim Miller, and Rob Zawicki. The league president is Chris Bronco. The league VP is Dave Diarco. The team mom is Kathy Jessamaria. And the Pope John head coach, the director of football operations, is Dom Gaston. Coach Gaston just celebrated her birthday on Friday night, and they celebrated with a victory. The varsity team did with a 45-6 win over Immaculata, the Spartans. And so the varsity team now 5-1. 13U plays later today against Shore at West Long Branch, and we hope to be there for that game, depending on when this one ends. And the 11U team is getting set to get started against Jackie Robinson from the 35-yard line. They will take the ball out first. They look to improve on that 3-2 record. First play of the game here between Pope John and Jackie Robinson, starting from the 35-yard line.
Let's go, O-line! Hey, Declan!
Pope John offense out to the field at the 35. Quarterback Sean Klebitz hands it off to Jacob Jessamaria. He barrels through the middle and is stopped just past the line of scrimmage, maybe about the 36-yard line. A gain of 1 for Pope John. The Lions in their blue uniforms today, trimmed by blue and gold. They've got blue pants, gold helmets with the blue lion on the front, on the side, I should say. And also pink socks. And the reason why they're wearing the pink socks is because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So Pope John in support of that. 2nd and 9 from the 36. Klebitz takes the snap, hands off to Betty Platt. Platt cuts to the left and is met at the line of scrimmage and brought down. And so it'll be 3rd and 9 for Pope John. So 2 running plays, not a lot out of it. Jackie Robinson standing up to the Pope John offense so far. Jackie Robinson Bears out of Newark, New Jersey. We'll get into that later as far as the connection between Jackie Robinson, the baseball player, and Newark, New Jersey, and the northern New Jersey area. You're probably wondering, Jackie Robinson was a baseball player. Why is it football? We'll talk about it later. Oh, big collision. Number 33, Ryan Lambreglia, and he got a late hit by number 6 from Jackie Robinson. A flag immediately thrown, and the Pope John coaching staff did not like it. Lambreglia was drilled there with a hit from the helmet of the defensive player. So that is going to be a penalty against Jackie Robinson, personal foul, and that will bring the ball closer to midfield. So they're marking the ball from the end of the run, and it looks to be a 15-yard penalty. So that brings the ball all the way down to the 48-yard line. Automatic first down for Pope John. From their own 48, Clements takes the snap, hands off to Jessa Maria. Jessa Maria bursts through the middle to the right side, and another Pope John first down, all the way down to the 42-yard line of the Bears. The referee's going to spot the ball at the 41 of Jackie Robinson. Clements with the snap. Quick handoff to Jessa Maria again. Up the middle. Maybe about a yard on the play. That'll bring up second down. So 2nd and 9. As we've talked about before in previous casts, the three-headed monster in the backfield of Jessa Maria, Platt, and Lambreglia. Very dangerous for Pope John. Platt with the ball towards the near sideline. He's brought down at the 38. We have a flag on the play. It's holding against Pope John, so it's going to drive him back 5 yards. So 3rd and long. No, I'm sorry. They'll repeat 2nd down. 2nd and long for the Lions. Clements coming back into the huddle. So, as I said, Pope John in their blue uniforms today. Wearing blue usually at home. However, today they are because Jackie Robinson is in their white uniforms with white pants, yellow helmets trimmed by blue, and yellow socks. Clements with the handoff to Lambreglia, who cuts up the left side, now back to the middle, and is brought down by a host of Bears. The ball's loose. I think it popped loose after the whistle. Waiting for the official ruling by the referees. Yeah, so the ball popped loose after the referee's whistle. So that brings up 3rd down and long for Pope John. They have to get to the 31 of Jackie Robinson. Clements under center. Takes the snap. Rolls to his right. We got a whistle on the play. And the penalty is going to be against Pope John. False start. 5 yards back, so even longer now for Pope John on this 3rd down. Back into their own side of the field. The referee standing with the ball at the 46. He's going to place it down at the 48. So 3rd and long for the Lions. They have to get to the Jackie Robinson 31. Back in the huddle. 2nd down. Oh, the penalty. Thank you. So 2nd down. They replay the down.
Right here. Wait, right here.
Clements under center, takes the snap, rolls to his right to the near sideline. The pass incomplete, intended for Betty Platt, and just a little too low as Platt wasn't able to scoop it up off the surface. So that'll bring up 3rd down. Lions 3-2 on the season. They've won here before. They played at Rabkin Field in Union a couple of weeks ago. But it wasn't against the Union Rams. It was against the Roselle Rams. They beat Union up in Montclair. So the games can be anywhere, and they usually are. But they're playing today against a Newark team with the home field being Union. Here's the run by Pope John. That is number 10, Jared Hawthorne, and he's brought down at the 46-yard line. So it's going to force Pope John to a 4th down and long situation. Midway through the first quarter, no score between the Lions and the Bears. Pope John having played the Tigers last week, so the Tigers last week, the Bears this week, the Lions and Tigers and Bears. Oh my. 4th down, Pope John. They're going to move the ball down to the 32-yard line, so it'll still be 4th down. It was a penalty against Jackie Robinson, a 15-yarder, and that is going to help Pope John immensely in their efforts to try and get a 1st down here. So penalty against Jackie Robinson, a 15-yarder, and another personal foul. So that brings up 4th and 1 for Pope John. Odds of making this infinitely better than 4th and 16. Oh, they must have been down. Okay, you know what? They were wrong on the...
Let's go, D-line.
All right, so we got 1st down, and the ball goes over to Jackie Robinson. My apologies, I'm not sure of the clarification there as far as... Because that had been 3rd down, and it forced it to 4th. So possibly there may be an option in Pop Warner to move the ball over to the opposite team, because there's no kicking at this level. So, and that makes sense. It would have moved the ball down 15 yards, or maybe Pope John, they realized they weren't going to be able to get the 1st down, and they did that. So, ball's moved back 5 yards, and a false start penalty to Jackie Robinson, and they're going to mark it at the 27-yard line. So that's what makes sense, to me at least, is that Coach Francesco realizing Pope John did not have great odds to get the 1st at 4th and 16, and elected to turn the ball over voluntarily to Jackie Robinson on what would have been 4th down, and that puts them back at the 32, as opposed to running a 4th down play, not getting much yardage, and have Jackie Robinson start in Pope John field territory. 1st and long for the Bears. Ball is spotted at the 27-yard line. Intercept to the quarterback, number 15, up the middle. Ball's loose, it's on the turf. The referee saying they were down. The referee saying the running back was down before the ball popped out. So it'll be 2nd down. Bears able to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. We're at Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey. Mike Formasano along with you calling today's action. The Pope John Junior Lions 11 and under squad taking on the Jackie Robinson Bears. Thank you for joining us. We got a timeout on the field by Jackie Robinson. We'll take one as well. Midway through the first quarter, no score between Pope John and Jackie Robinson. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lion football, 11 and under. Mike Formasano here, calling today's action on this first day of October in 2023. Beautiful day if you're out here in Union. If not, you're missing a great weather day and a great football game. No score between Jackie Robinson and Pope John. Here's a handoff. Tailback gets to about the 28 to stop there. Number 45, Jude Francesco. And number 4, Connor Hart in on the tackle. Francesco and Robert Sawicki. And number 30, Ryan Hart, along with Declan Griffith, number 25 on the defensive line. Jessa Maria and Platt and Hawthorne in the secondary. along with Coulson, and the safety being number 1, Dominic Diarco. Also number 33, Ryan Labreglia in the linebacker spot. So there's your defense for Pope John. The Bears to Jackie Robinson from Newark up to the line. Here's a handoff, fumble by the quarterback, but he recovers and he rolls out to his right to the far sideline, being chased down by number 13, Evan Nisbeth, and he brings it down. However, they're going to call a late hit, and referees throwing flags from at least 2 different sides of the field. So Nisbeth was able to bring down the runner. However, so the penalty is going to be against Jackie Robinson. And the referee's asking Coach Carl Francesco if he would rather take the 4th down. And he said yes. We'll move it to 4th down to keep the ball at the 22-yard line. And so Jackie Robinson getting under center. Fourth and long for the Bears.
Look at the sticks, guys.
Pope John looking to prevent a long gainer here. And we have a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. Late first quarter, no score between the Pope John Lions and the Jackie Robinson Bears. We'll be back to Union, New Jersey right after this. Okay, welcome back to Union. Short timeout, and that was basically the same exact thing that happened with Pope John on 4th down. He went ahead and decided, Jackie Robinson did, to give the ball up to Pope John, and it moves it back to the 41-yard line of Jackie Robinson. So instead of 4th and long and trying to gain a first down, we give the ball back to Pope John, and Pope John will take over at the 42 of Jackie Robinson, already in plus field territory. The Lion offense up to the line.
Get on those blocks. Yeah, we're good.
And so the players come back off the field again. I believe that's the end of the first quarter. End of the first quarter. Pope John and Jackie Robinson, no score. We're at Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey. We'll be back with second quarter action from Union right after this.
Hey, Brown. Brown.
Welcome back to Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lion football. Mike Formasano here calling today's action as the Pope John Lions at 3-2 on the season look for their 4th victory of the year. They take on the Jackie Robinson Bears. The Bears out of Newark, New Jersey. As we start the second quarter here, the Lions will be going now right to left on your screen. In their blue uniforms, the blue pants, trimmed by gold, gold helmets, gold numbers with the lion, the blue lion on the side.
Dom, you better make a block here. They're coming.
First down from the 42. Here's a snap. Clements hands off to Platt. Platt to the right side, and is met there at the line of scrimmage by the Jackie Robinson defense. No gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Climate, you gotta fire off. Let's go. That was like a slow motion.
Referee spot the ball at the 42. Second 10. Lions out of the huddle. Up to the line. Klebitz under center. Francesco. 3 men in the backfield. Klebitz with the handoff to Platt. Platt bursts through the middle. Gains about 1 on the play. So 3rd and 9, Pope John. Lions having trouble running this ball against the Jackie Robinson defense so far. However, the Bears having equally the amount of problems running their offense. No score, second quarter at Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey. 3rd and 9 for the Lions. Now 2 men in the backfield. Labreglia up to the line, so it's Platt, the tailback, and Jesse Maria, the fullback. Labreglia in motion. And we have a whistle.
Hey, guys, focus! Get set, get focused!
But a penalty against Pope John. It'll be a false start. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 15. Klebitz back into the huddle. Right after this game, please join us for the 13U game. Approximate start time 12:30. It'll be 13U Pope John against Shore Regional Youth Football. Jesse Maria right up the middle. He's going to gain about 5 on the play. He gets to the 41. But it's still going to bring up 4th down. 4th down. Pope John needs to get to the 32. They're at the 41. 4th and 9. Klebitz back into the huddle.
Hey, Charlie, let's go.
Pope John to the line of scrimmage. Klebitz under center. Jesse Maria and Platt both in the backfield. Here's a snap. Klebitz will throw. Incomplete. A wobbly pass intended for Labreglia. It's incomplete. Falls about 3 yards short. And so Pope John turns the ball over on downs. 1st down for Jackie Robinson. They'll start from their own 41-yard line.
Roger, come here. Roger, go to safety. Sean off.
Let up a little bit.
So the defensive line now, Francesco, number 45, Charlie Formasano, number 8, Tyler Killer, number 43, Benny Platt, number 5, and Evan Nisbeth, number 13 on the line. Breglia, Grego, Jessa Maria, and Wyatt Miller, along with Jared Hawthorne in the secondary, and the safety is number 15, Roger Milner.
Hey, 1x4x.
Bears up to the line, starting from their own 41. No score here, second quarter, from Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey.
Move back. Don't pass, let's go.
Quarterback under center. 3 men in the backfield. Takes a snap. Hands off. And the tailback is met right at the line of scrimmage. That's number 10. Francesco and Labreglia in on the tackle along with Nisbeth. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bears. Jackie Robinson Bears out of Newark, New Jersey. And for sports fans out there, if you're wondering why Jackie Robinson, he was a baseball player, right? Well, he was also a football player in college. He was a star running back for the UCLA Bruins in 1939 and 40 when he went to UCLA in Southern California. He was actually the only 4-star or 4-sport All-American for UCLA.
On the right!
Here's a run by the Bears up the middle. Gets to about the 45, maybe 46-yard line. Looks to be a late hit on Formasano there. No whistle. We play on. The ball's going to be marked at the 45-yard line. So 3rd down. And the Bears have to get to the 49 of Pope John. 3rd and 6. So anyway, as I was saying, Robinson was a 4-sport star at UCLA. Baseball, football, basketball, and track and field. He was a running back for football. So,
At the edge, dude.
and Robinson with a connection to New Jersey, and that's through the Dodgers, and also the Dodgers minor league team. He actually, you know, we talk about April 15th, 1947. Now, Robinson broke the color barrier for the Brooklyn Dodgers, but he actually did it a year earlier in Jersey City, playing for the Dodgers AAA affiliate, the Montreal Royals. Here's a hand up and net in the backfield and tackled by Jacob Jessamaria. Jessamaria brings down the tailback at the 44-yard line, and that's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down and 7 to go for Jackie Robinson. So good defensive effort by Jessamaria meeting the tailback in the backfield.
Watch the ball! Watch the ball!
We'll get back to the history on Jackie Robinson in just a little bit. Pretty interesting as far as the connection to New Jersey and Newark and Jersey City. We'll get into that in a little bit. Timeout on the field, and we are midway through the second quarter. No score between the Pope John Lions and the Jackie Robinson Bears. We'll be back to Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey right after this. Welcome back to Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey. Mike Formasano here, calling today's action as the Pope John Junior Lions 11 and under squad are taking on the Jackie Robinson Bears. No score midway through the second quarter. Bears up to the line. They are 4th and 7. They get to the Pope John 49.
Evan, watch number 3 release it.
Here's a snap. Quarterback rolls forward. Now cutting up to 45 to the 50. Was tackled there. And Bregman and Platt bring him down. And that is going to be short for Jackie Robinson. They do not get the first down. And so a turnover on downs. Pope John will take the ball over. 1st and 10 from the 50. Pope John has a half field to work with. Good defensive stand by the Lions. Second time today that they're able to shut down the Bears offense. And so we remain scoreless here at Rabkin Field. 1st and 10 from the 50. The offense back on the field for Pope John. As we said, this is the first of 2 today. The second game will be 13U taking on Shore Regional in West Long Branch, New Jersey. That is Jessamaria up the middle for 5 yards. 2nd and 5 coming up. Jessamaria, the 5-yard run. Well, the officials gave him an extra yard there. So 2nd and 4 at the 44. Here's a snap. Clements with a handoff to number 10, Jared Hawthorne. Hawthorne running towards the near sideline on his left is brought down in the backfield. Loss of 2 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 6. We got a timeout on the field taken by Jackie Robinson, and we'll take one as well. Mid-second quarter, no score here between the Pope John Lions and the Jackie Robinson Bears. We'll be back right after this.
Appreciate it.
Welcome back to Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lion football. Mike Formasano here calling today's action. Thanks so much for joining us on this first day in October. Perfect football weather, 65 degrees, not a cloud in the sky, and a very entertaining game so far. Not a lot of scoring, it's 0-0. However, both defenses right on the ball. Pope John with their third attempt now. Third down, here's Jesse Maria cutting to the right towards the far sideline. He's got room to run, and he gets to about the 37, and that'll be a Pope John first down. We're going to see, make sure that he stayed in bounds past the 40. Referee say he did, so they're going to mark it at the 40, however. So just enough on that run to give the Lions a first and 10. From the 40-yard line. Club is coming back into the huddle. If I'm not mistaken, this is, I think it's the second first down that Pope John's got today. Maybe the first. But either way, they're in Bears territory at the 40, and they're on the move. Here's the pitch over to Jesse Maria. Jesse Maria cuts up the middle on the right side. Gain of 9. Perhaps 8. They're going to spot it at 8. 32-yard line, and that'll bring up second down. Lions coming in for a huddle. Timeout on the field. We'll stay with you. No score between Pope John and Jackie Robinson. As I said, the 12:30 game today will be 13U. They will be taking on Shore Regional and youth football. The Blue Devils against the Pope John 13 and under Junior Lions. And that'll be in West Long Branch, New Jersey. So what we're going to do is once this game is over, I'm going to hightail it to West Long Branch and see how close I can get as far as the start of the game. We may miss the first few minutes, but we'll try and get on the stream for you as quickly as possible for that game. The 13 and under squad is 5-0 on the season now. Clearly in first place in their division. And looking to go 6-0 with a victory today. Meanwhile, 11U, 3-2 on the year, looking to put a notch on their fourth victory this season. But they're going to have to do it against the Jackie Robinson squad. That is game today. Has played really well on defense, shutting down the Lion offense. But Pope John has done the same the other way. Second and we're going to say 1 from the 31. The handoff goes over to Platt. Platt is met in the backfield towards the far sideline. I think a loss of 1 on the play. So that's going to bring up third down for Pope John. They're going to mark it at 32. 3rd and 2 for the Lions. They have to get to the 30. Offense comes up to the line of scrimmage. Late second quarter here, no score. Clements under center. Jesse Maria, the lone tailback in the backfield now. Man in motion. The pitch goes to Jesse Maria. Cuts to the near sideline. Past the 30, the 25, the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Lions! Jacob Jesse Maria, a 32-yard scamper into the end zone, and the Pope John Lions take the lead. So Jesse Maria's run gives Pope John a 6-0 advantage, and we are awaiting the point after. Jacob Jesse Maria from 32 yards out. Pope John in the huddle. Now up to the line. Point after attempt from the 3. We have a timeout called by Coach Cole Francesco. And we'll take one as well. Timeout on the field. Late second quarter. Pope John has finally hit pay dirt. And the Lions lead over the Jackie Robinson Bears 6-0. We'll be back right after this.
No, but Ryan will break up. You're good. It's okay. Who's playing guard? I'm fine talking about who's playing guard. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Hey, that's Jacob. No, don't even worry about it. Get behind you. Oh, okay. Wait, yeah, Hart, you're off. Hart, you're off. Yeah, that's fine. Gus.
Welcome back to Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey for Pope John Junior Lion football, 11 and under. Mike Formasano here, calling today's action as Pope John is attempting to point after now after the 32-yard touchdown run by Jacob Jessamaria. Here it is, handoff going through the middle. That is into the end zone for the point after. Jude Cofrancesco right through the middle. Just barreling his way. He would not be brought down. A la, if you remember, Refrigerator Perry back in the day. The Chicago Bears bursting through into the end zone from 1 or 2 yards out. That was Jude Cofrancesco right there. Just barreling his way into the end zone for that point after. He would not be stopped. And so that gives the Pope John Lions a 7-0 lead. 32-yard touchdown run by Jake Jessamaria. And the point after goes good from Jude Cofrancesco. So now Jackie Robinson will take over from the 35-yard line. The Bears going left to right on your screen. Pope John on the right side. Late second quarter here. And I know we were talking about Jackie Robinson before and his connections to New Jersey. We'll get back into that about the third quarter. Tell you a little bit about the history of why the name of Jackie Robinson is so big in northern New Jersey and what he was able to do, not just with the Brooklyn Dodger organization, but sports in general and for all of sports. Bears up to the line. Here's the quarterback under center, number 15. He'll pitch it back. It's on the turf. We got a whistle, however, stopping play. We'll find out what the referees are calling. His mouthpiece? So the referee's making sure that all the players have the mouthpieces in, and I believe we have an infraction for that issue. So, warning by the referees for mouthpieces are going to replay the down. First down from the 35. Bears up to the line, trailing 7-0 to Pope John. Is a snap, pitch back to the tailback, number 20. We're going to flag down. He is through the left side to the 40 and brought down by the Pope John defense. Jessamaria, number 40. Braden Coulson in on the tackle. We're going to see what the flag's about. Holding? Thank you. Holding call. And that's going to move Jackie Robinson back 5 yards. Holding. Nope, 10 yards, sorry. 10-yard penalty against the Bears. They'll replay first down. From the 25. Four-man defensive front for the Lions. Five, I should say. Cofrancesco, Zwicky, Griffith, and Hart. Milner is a safety. 5 linebackers for the Lions. Jesse Maria cheating up towards the line of scrimmage. He's coming. Here's the snap. Low pitch to the running back. And is met at the 26-yard line. Jesse Maria in on the tackle along with Connor Hart, number 4. So the Lions electing to rush there and send Jesse Maria in through the line. Pays off. Stopping the Bears with a 1-yard gain. Late second quarter, Pope John up 7-0 on Jackie Robinson. So Grego into the game for Hart. Bears back up to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 19. Quarterback under center. 3 men in the backfield. Here's the pitch. Can't handle it. It's on the turf. The ball's loose. We'll see who recovered it. Looks to be Jackie Robinson. And that's it. That's the last play of the first half. So the Bears do recover the fumble. Pope John can't advance, and that's the last play of the first half. So a 32-yard touchdown run by Jacob Jesse Maria and a point after conversion by Jude Cofrancesco have given the Pope John Lions a 7-0 lead. It's halftime, and we'll be back on a new stream for the second half. Should be about 10 minutes. So we'll be back for second half action from Rabkin Field in Union, New Jersey after halftime.